Hey, g'day, how's it going? Paul here from TurboWeb again. Lockdown day 15. Here's the thing, infrastructure. I've been thinking about infrastructure, and if I look at the the financial crisis, when was that? 2008. The GFC. National government, John Key did a couple of things that were pretty cool. Now I don't want this to fall apart into a political debate because I'm not interested in that. We don't need the left or right. We actually all need to come together and do some stuff. So some stuff that they did at that time was, one, throw some money at the cycle networks and get things happening, and that was a pretty cool initiative on their part. And what was interesting about that, because there's a lot of people bagged that idea, is they spent quite a bit of money, but it generated a lot of stuff in places where the economy is really struggling. It's very hard for a government to get money and to stimulate things in tiny small towns in New Zealand. But by putting that cycle network in place, it created a little bit of local tourism in those areas where things could clip onto the side of it. So you put the infrastructure in, private enterprise and the entrepreneurs clip around it. So things like B&Bs, cycle tours, people that move bags up and down the trails and that kind of stuff, people that get you to and from those cycle trails, all that kind of stuff. Now, I hear what you're saying, tourism's dead, we can't go anywhere because we're all in lockdown. Yep, we are, but maybe with the way things are looking and the way the current government's going, is that we might get this thing under control in New Zealand, and we might be able to keep our borders shut. So we're not going to get international tourists, and we do need to get our economy going. So something like that was a great initiative back in those days, and maybe there's more things like that. The other thing that John Key pushed real hard on, and bless him for doing so, was to get in the fibre network all around the country. And it was, some of it wasn't the greatest installs. It was a little bit rough, but it's there. And, man, in this time, we're all using it, eh? Everyone's online doing stuff. So that fibre network has paid massive dividends. And if he hadn't have pushed so hard back then, one thing's for sure, that Chorus network and that, they would have been dragging the chain on it. So, bless him for getting that thing in place. So I think that, with the way we've got to come back from this, is we need to stimulate things, and the way you're going to stimulate that is with infrastructure. It's like way back in the old days where the settlers, if they could get a railway into somewhere, then all the little towns and services sprung up around that railway line. So I think we need something like that. Hey, and here's another thing. 4 flagons of beer turned up on my back door, and I'm like, what the hell's this? And it's from a mate of mine. And so thank you very much, most appreciated. What's going on here? Oh, I'm just paying it forward. So I thought that was a cool idea, so I'm going to do the same thing myself. I think we should all do that, eh? So what was really good about that is he ordered that from a little brewer who's will be doing it really hard because there's no pubs and bars open. But he is doing some home deliveries and stuff like that, so spending a few bucks there. He gets that to my back door. I spend a few bucks with another little local provider, things like that. Maybe we can keep some of those guys going, keep them in business, keep people employed. So let's all pay it forward for the next few days, next few months, whatever we've got to do. Look forward to seeing all your comments and stuff like that. Got taken a task for saying in my first video, best thing I ever did was delete my Facebook app off my phone. And then in video 2, you're going on about how good it is getting all the comments back on Facebook. Yeah, okay. Here's what I was saying about that. You don't need to be scrolling through that thing all the time, because, man, it can get dark. It can get real bad on your phone, especially, I don't know, I find it really addictive. So what I've found is I look on Facebook on my PC, keep it off my phone, try and keep your head clear, keep thinking about stuff, and away you go. So anyway, all the best. Talk to you next time. Cheers. Bye.